Hello, 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 people from the other side. Welcome to a new video. And yes, it is a nail video with a set I have here for W7 called Most Wanted. This is all, I got this for my birthday in December because that's when my birthday is. My significant other got this for me and I wanted to do it. And because of it being this like red to some sparkle toppers, and then there's a white here, I was thinking of using this to do some Valentine's-y kind of nails. So, and because when I usually do Valentine's nails in a way, I may, thinking about it, do a stamp of it, but I have an idea that might work as a hand-done one that might be really, really, really nice as well, especially on the accent. I just thought of an idea that might be really cool. So we can try that and see if it turns out. But let's try this. And we have a top coat here. Much different. It's a different top coat than the one I've been using from W7, which is this one, which is the Rapid Shine top coat. So let's open up this bad boy and check out the polishes in here. Should be easy to open. So here we go. Yep, very easy to open, I think. The Most Wanted. I wonder if it's because it's like red and there's white in here and that's the most wanted colors or something. So my nails are nice and prepped. Got the base coat on that I always use. So I just gotta get polish on them. So let's get this bad boy out. Oops. Of course they're gonna come right out. So that's the top. And here are all the polishes. This is what I like about these two, as they seem to be a version of flakiness like the ones I get from Holo Taco somewhat. This one not so much, but it is somewhat. Let's see all of this. Bad boys of it all, yes. And now here they are, all unpackaged, right here in front of me. This one just says nail polish, so I don't know what that means, because I'm not really actually happy that that's what it says. Shake well before use. It doesn't call this a top coat, so this is a little iffy to me. Very, very iffy. I might have to slightly use another top coat as well, because this might smudge stuff as well, especially if I'm doing nail art, because I'm going to do some hearts and stuff somewhat. So this I'm a little unencouraged about, that it doesn't say top coat. Like this one literally says top coat on it. So I might just use this and then use this one, just to combat it, because it is the same brand as well. So these are the colors I'm going to use. So I don't know if I should use both of these toppers, because this is a topper. I'm not sure if this is the kind of gold I fully like, but this one's a nice silver. Let me just see the difference in these. Yeah, I'm seeing that this is more of what I like and this is more of what I don't like. This is getting closer to being party glitter. I don't know if you can see the circle glitters in there, but there's a circle glitters in this one, and this one has the nice tiny ones. I don't know if this is just more common when it comes to gold and stuff like that. So that's encouraging. So I might want to use this one more than this one for this manicure, but we'll see. I could use both together, but I'm not usually a fan of doing gold and silver together fully. So, and I do love my gold toppers. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an interesting thing with this. I'm not sure if I should do a whole nail in white and like every other nail in white and every other nail in red, but I think it might be better if I do the red as the background, is the base color, because this white can be very finicky. Even good quality white can be very finicky. So, but it might be encouraging to try this on my nail. So maybe I will try it on this nail to be my accent, and the rest of them will be all red, I think. But let's get into trying these polishes on the nail, a nice close-up, and see what each one looks like. Nice and put together before we do anything with toppers and stuff like that. And I may use this, and I probably will, but I'm going to combat it with this because this is actually a top coat. It says it on it. This, I'm not fully sure. I'm a little encouraged why it just says nail polish, because these are all nail polishes. I don't think you should call something nail polish if it's not nail polish. Like, these are all nail polishes, but you should be calling that a top coat if you're going to say what it is in the bottle. But we'll see. I'll put it on top after I use the other one that actually says base coat, which I do like. It works really well. So let's get into it and try out this white and red colors, as last time I used undertone colors from this brand, but now we're going to try some solid colors from W7, and W7 is like £2.99 in the UK. It's really, really, really good, but when you go to like Beauty Outlet, which they have ones in some malls, in some areas, you can get them for like almost $1.99 each. I forget how much this whole set was, but this was not too expensive, and it's intriguing to try their solid colors instead of just the undertones, which were kind of see-through because of them being undertoned polishes. So with that, we'll get into trying these colors, and of course I am going to put at least the gold one, maybe the silver. I'll probably just do the gold one for now and see how that is on it, and the silver we use another time. But I'm definitely going to use both solid colors, and we'll see what that looks like. So let's get into the solid colors of it all from W7. Actually, once I looked at this polish of W7's clear, it actually does say at the bottom that it is a top coat. I did not see that. So what it's doing with this collection of just making them simple, I guess it just uses the same simple bottle because it is a nail polish in its sense, but it does say it is a top coat. Well, of course it is a top coat, but this could be a base coat because base coat and top coat are usually made slightly different. So that's encouraging that they actually call this a top coat, but we'll see how this works. I'll put it on top first to see what it does to the polish before I do anything with colors and designs. I still will probably use the other top coat from this brand because I think it's going to be thick enough and not so thinnish for nail design, but I do think I'm going to do by hand nail design, so that might not matter as much because the polish is going to be thicker than thin when you do a stamp. So this is encouraging because it says the names on the bottom. Like this one is top coat. This one just says boring white, red. They're not really having great names for these. And this one says silver dazzle. Why can't I say the word silver? This is just called silver dazzle. Gold topper, and this one is called gold dazzle. That makes sense. It would be called the same. So yeah, all they're doing is using the exact same polish. I guess it's kind of like Holo Taco saying using the same the bottles and not saying what it is, if it's a top coat, a base coat, all that kind of stuff. But they have started doing that for now that they're in the Ulta in the States. So slowly but surely they're all going to become saying what it is on the bottle. But this one is just, they just decided it is easier to do it the same bottle for depending on what they're doing. If it's just simple stuff, and this must be simple stuff, unlike the other stuff I have from W7. But yeah, so yeah, this will be the topper I'm definitely going to use, the nice gold dazzle. So now as we put the first coat of the white, yes, it's very liney, so it's definitely going to need more than one coat. I'm doing 3 swipe technique, and now doing the red, and I did focus on the tip a little bit, but not for too long, so it can blend nicely. So far here, as you can see, all my nails have 1 coat on them, and of course this one is very liney, but I bet a second coat will be pretty good because it does not seem too bad. And then as you can see, this is a little bit of thin consistency for a red. It looks jelly-like red, so it might be okay. But what I'm thinking is, as these dry for the first coat, I'm going to put a red heart on this one and a white heart on this one. And then these two will probably just have the sparkle on it by itself with maybe an added gem just to give it a little oomph or something. But yeah, we'll just see how this goes. But these two are going to have hearts. Hopefully I can do a heart by hand pretty well in the middle of each, because that's what I'm determined to do with this awesome kind of thing. But so far, interesting. I don't really have a red that has this jelly consistency of a look. Yes, it looks like jelly, I'd say. So yeah, we'll get into the second coat in a minute. And now to the second coat to hopefully clean up some of those lininess in the white. It is sometimes hard to do it right. Now we do the red, and that definitely looks much more like what's in the bottle. But here we go, as I'm going to show you. Here it is, 2 coats of the red, looking a lot more luxurious than this one. Much see-through, definitely needs a second coat because it looks like my nails stained and whatnot. And then there's the white, looking not too bad and shabby, except some movement of the polish was being odd there for sure. So now I'm trying to put it right there and then go up the best I can so it doesn't. And now I'm doing the third coat of the red as well. So doing 3 coats of the colors here. And now we just hold it all in with the top coat for this one, because I wanted to hold it on to begin with, because then it will make it so it doesn't smudge so much. And I'm using the thinner consistency one that came with the whole set. And as you can see, that brush is definitely, I don't know if you can fully see it, but it is taking up some of the polish for sure. So I definitely am trying to like make sure I get the excess off. So here we are with my nail polish with just the top coat and everything, nothing else added, none of the toppers that it comes with or anything. I just did that. This hand came out a lot better when it came to doing the white nail, but this one did not. You probably saw that. There's a gash of white missing right at the bottom. But I did what I usually do. But these whites can be so finicky that it can do that. And then I had another problem that was happening too, is that I think because I was using such a thin consistency of a top coat, it literally was getting on the brush. And a lot of these polishes and the top coats that I've been using don't do it to an extreme like this. So I don't think I'd want to use this if I did a stamping. But I don't know what I should do about this, because there's literally a gap at the bottom there. I don't know if I need to do a nice heart just at the bottom of both of these nails and do it that way because of what's happened. And I don't know if you can see, but there's it kind of with some light going through it. I do kind of like the consistency of the red being kind of jelly-like. So I like that. But the white, I'm not a huge fan of. I did get a slight light little white on my nail here, but you barely can see because it kind of blended into the red. And I did get some red. I don't think you can see that in this lighting, but I got a little tiny bit of red on this nail. Even though I was wiping off the brush as much as I possibly could with the excess of what was on the brush itself before putting it back into the clear polish, because it was, I don't know if it's because I didn't wait long enough for it to dry, but I've waited that long before and not had this problem. So I'm not saying that this is a bad brand, but these thinner polishes, top coats that are really thin, we re-wet polish more so than the thicker consistency. This used to be not as thick as it is now, but it definitely was never like as thin as that one. So yes, I'm thinking I'm probably going to put the hearts at the bottom of the nail so I can cover up that. The only problem is that this is very jelly see-through, so that's going to be a challenge. But we will try and see what that does with the nail art, covering this up. I'd almost put another top coat of this color on, but I've already put 3 and all that. You can still see some lines in this one, but in a better way than this one. So I don't know. Or I could cover it up with this first and then put the heart and stuff, but I just don't know what to do, really and truly. So we just have to see what I can do here. And these are the nails. And let me just, before we get into doing that, when I have to let them dry as much as possible, let me show you what they fully look like with light really going through them so you can see the thing. And this is 3 coats of polish on all my nails. See this light from outside coming in pretty good. If I show, that's my thumb with no nail polish on at the moment. So, but yes, this is not too bad. I think it wouldn't be so shiny like this if it was a non-jelly red. But the white is like what most whites are like, so that's not too bad. And I think that's the right kind of consistency we are looking for, as you can see. So it hasn't done too badly in that sense and all that. So I'm happy with how it's going on, all that, and all the different lightings. Now it just looks like it usually does when it's not a jelly like that. But there we go with that. So we will get into trying the nail art after I let it fully dry. But yes, and now you see that, as you probably saw before, there is the bunch of polish on the white that moved. That's the problem with these kind of whitey polishes to pinky tones. They have a weirdness about them. But yes, we will still get into the nail art, and that's just going to have to not, I was going to put the heart in the middle, but I'm now going to have to put it at the bottom. So I'll do that with both my middle nails. Now before the nail design, I'm putting on the sparkle, and whoops, I put on the silver, which I did not mean to do, so I'm kind of trying to swipe some of it off without doing too much damage. The nail's pretty dry, so it wasn't too bad. So then I put the gold on top. Still some of the silver, but the silver pretty much blended in with it. So now we're getting into the nail art of it all, the hearts. And for my way of trying to cover up this little spot there is to put a heart on top of it. So hopefully, because this is a jelly consistency of a polish, that the heart will cover it up pretty well. We hope and we hope. I'm just making sure the nice lines are as good as I can, nice and opaque. Now I'm just using the polish to fill it in, and it is doing a pretty good job covering up that weirdness that the polish was doing when I swiped it up. That looks nice with that one. Yes, 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 looking nice. And yes, I decided to do 2 because I just wanted something more. So I'm doing 2 hearts of the red. And I'm just filling those in. And I'm going back after it's dried some to get the polish a little more, less see-through and looking more put together for the color. Yes, that looking nice, nice, nice. And now let's get the white out. Yes, I'm doing white on hearts as well in the middle ones. So I'm going to do 2 hearts just like I did in the other one. But here's the first one, filling it in. Now the second one. Yes, they're a little crude, but hearts can be a little crude sometimes. That's just how I'm doing it. So I'm just dabbing, dabbing, dabbing. And as I want, if something needed to go, here's the gems I said I was going to add. And this is the glue that I'm going to use to add them. These are the gems I'm adding to my 2 outside nails that are sparklified with these gemmed silver hearts. So now I'm putting one on the pinky to put one there. I put the smallerish one on there because that made sense. As you can see, I need to kind of push it in to kind of get it to cling on and get nicely there. You can see there's gaps there. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a little extra glue in those gaps, and then I'm holding it in kind of like so that gap is filled in with glue, so there's no way of it having something to lift it up with. And here we go with some more gems. Yes, you'll see in a minute what I'm doing. I wanted to add that white from the other nails onto these. So I took a little tiny gem, just put it right on top of the heart. And then something about my heart nails that I did the hair by hand needed something added because the lininess and whatnot. So I thought this would clean up and make them more nice. And yes, I'm even doing more to my middle nails. Yes, I am. Yes, as you can see, I am outlining my nails. Not just putting it on the bottom tip. I am going to outline the white nails with red to give it something to just kind of make the heart kind of stand out a little bit more. Make it look just a little more put together. It just feels a little crude without something. It's just how it came out. I don't know. So that's what I'm doing here with the red. And I put on the tip the same colors as the color that the heart is, even on the red hearts with the red gem at the bottom. So there is that. And yes, I did do the bottom, but I didn't have enough of the red, so I had to do pink, which looks good. So, and yes, I am putting in some sparkle, and I am actually using the silver more so to fill in the middle, because the white is just so liney, so I thought I would do it with both of them for sure. So there they are, looking very, very nice, sparkly and everything. And there we go. So we put the top coat on, the one I said I was going to use. That's not from the collection box, and yes, I did outline and put gems on the red heart nail of the white background as well. So I'm just making sure it's all nice and put it with a nice top coat. So it's all cased and nice to wear the days to come. There we go. Nice and finished. Looking pretty nice, if I do say so. Sparklified, loveified, and whatnot.
Oh, there we go. My nails are officially done. Yes, I only used the W7 polishes, mostly from the Most Wanted, except for the one of the top coats, which was W7, just not from the Most Wanted set of polishes. I did use that one as well, right before I did any nail art stuff. And so, as you can see, I did a lot of nail art stuff. I did gems on gems. Because a few years ago, I don't know if I did it last year, but I did do a very gemmy, hearty nail, and I really wanted to do that this time. So the only thing that is not part of this nail set of any W7 stuff is the gems and the glue. But all in all, that's fine. And of course the base coat, but that's almost always the case. Not always, but it pretty much is. Unless there's some brand I find that has a comparable base coat and I want to try it with theirs. Maybe that is a hint to something, but that's beside the point. I'm glad I did these nails. They are crazed to the Crazerstons. Because the white is so liney and having these problems, and then the red was getting a little finished stuff, I did use the silver after all. I used them both on you. This one I did a simple version where I did the same red and pink gems, and I did the same heart silver big gem-ish on the middle 2 nails, but none of the outlining, making that any of that I did the pink because I didn't have enough red. I did have enough red to have 1 and 1 on this hand, which is good. So I just did 2 of the tiny gems, and then these in the middle ones because I wanted those to be in the middle because it look nice and so they can stay on better. I am using a really high-end glue in my opinion because even last time I used gems with this glue, they didn't come off at all. So that's encouraging. So yep, I used the glue from Superdrugs, their own glue that I've been raving about. But yes, all in all, with this nice selection, and reason being why I did this whole thing is because this whole little set had the silver, had these 2 toppers, and had the 2 colors. So I'm very happy that I did that. Some of why I did the gemmy stuff and things is because the white was kind of liney in my opinion. I was having problems of it making it right, and it kind of helped putting silver or like thing in the middle of the hearts as well. And then my hearts sometimes didn't come out well, but hearts in general, unless you're doing like the typical very generic heart that's very, very special one, then really and truly hearts are like uneven shaped anyway. So yeah, but I outlined them and made them look like that anyway. Just like this one's a different shape, goes more pointed, but hearts are more just a blob more than they are these shapes. But this is what we come to be heart nails, or I mean hearts in general. So I'm glad I did this. Like I always do, usually my right hand is more simple. Even if I do use gems, I just don't do it as crazy. So then this hand is more usable friendly. So yep, all in all, I'm happy. Wear this for about a week or so. And then to my next manicure of it all. I'm glad you came here as the most wanted heart nails are right here, right now. How fitting that this color scheme of the most wanted was very Valentine's-y, lovey-ish kind of colors in my opinion. So that's why I did the pink gems. So that worked out. And of course I did add a little bit of white as well. Gemmy ride as well. Just not on this hand because I didn't have smallish gems. But I did the same for the most part. But that's beside the point. The simple one and the crazed one. So with all that, to the most wanted of nails today. Till next time, sparkle, sparkle, bang!